Hold on. There we go. Let me just see if it's live. We are officially live. Let me just go. Hey, guys, everyone.
Officially
Welcome to
fucking live. Well,
welcome to the
you
show.
motherfuckers. Let me tell all you motherfuckers. I just spent a week and a half in the oil field that could fucking kill 5 men. And I'm still living.
Busy week, huh?
It was a fucked up week.
What were you going away a lot with work, or?
I stayed in the main camp for 5 days and spent 2 days in my truck.
Fucking hell.
But I loved it. That's what that's what the fucking oil field's about. I loved it.
Oh, well, we had a busy, productive week. It's been pretty quiet the last couple of days. Fucking. What's up, Junior? How you going? This is the Shill Sunday Session Show, guys. Please give us a fucking like. Or a thumbs down, you know what I mean? It's up to you guys. And what we're going to do is just... I've sent out Barry a link. I've sent out... Five's a link. I've sent out Mike a link. So everyone's got a link. Don JB.
Well,
Crikey!
it won't be long for the koalas here.
Yeah. Funny little creature, these fucking... There's some ice. I don't know what Barry's doing. He's awake. I've sent him a link. Barry, where are you? What happened to you, Barry? Okay,
afternoon, all.
There you go, Mike's here.
There he is.
There he
There
is.
he fucking is. I knew it.
All right, who wants to have a chat? I'm in a chatful mood.
Where were you
Hey,
yesterday?
You always are.
You're
What's
missing an
happening,
action
guys?
yesterday.
Hey?
You're missing an action yesterday. We didn't see you.
Yeah, well, funny enough, I got the message, but I don't know. I forgot, and then when I realised, shit, the show's on. I logged on. It's all finished.
Jay.
Yeah, it was only a quick show. You go ahead, Todd.
Jay. Quote name koala. He's coming on.
What's that creature called with the big eyes again? What's it called there, Mike?
Mike, where you at?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh shit! It's fucking slipped my fucking. Hey, what's that called, dear? I forgot.
Where are
Big
they?
Arby's burger or
That's
what?
Atasia. Atasia.
Yeah, but
It's
where
the
are
smallest
they?
monkey. It's
Where
about
are they?
the size of you.
Where are they
and
based?
They're based in Bohol. Bohol's one
they?
of the only islands left with them on, apparently. It's like a sanctuary now. They're a little monkey, but they're about the size of your hand. Oh, actually, they're even smaller than a Filipino's hand.
I don't even want to deal with that shit.
It's to your email, Barry. I'll send it again. Barry's not getting the link, so let me just send it to Barry again.
Hey, I got this new Caterpillar phone charger. Caterpillar is into fucking phone chargers now, believe it or not.
Is that Caterpillar as in machinery? Bulldozers?
Yeah, they got in the shoes.
They're into phone chargers now. I got this new Caterpillar phone charger, and it fucking works great. I can plug that motherfucker into the wall, and I can plug it into my phone, and within 5 minutes, boom, it's 100%.
That's all right.
That's pretty fast charge.
Fuck yeah, it is. It's Caterpillar. What do you think it is?
Soon they'll be making their own fucking phones.
Morning, Barry.
What's up, Todd?
Shut up,
Barry, how are you, mate?
You sound
excited?
I didn't get that first thing you said.
Don't
It
even start on me for all this Urban Meyer shit. Alabama sucks, and we're gonna beat their ass this year.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not biting today, is he?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He ain't had his bacon yet.
He's actually up early, mate.
Yeah, I
He's
was just
actually up
thinking
early.
that. You didn't go out.
Early.
No, I didn't go out.
He had a quiet night.
Yeah,
Quiet night
Go
with the
sleep.
missus, was it?
No, she's gone to her province to go see her kids. She'll be back tomorrow afternoon. And her, I'll see her on Friday.
Was that why you've been a bit down?
No, I've just been being quiet, man. I just gathering my thoughts and this, that, and the other. But you know, it's
Your thoughts? Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah. But as over there on R, they said that I was getting drunk.
Socrates?
They didn't have much to say about you this week, Mary, so you must be going off topic with them.
Must be.
They're more inclined to talk about Johnny Warrior.
Yeah, well, Popeye is. Well, of course, you know, Popeye likes to run his fucking dick sucker. You're not changing history, Popeye. I'm not having it, man. Not having it, motherfucker. Can't have it. Can't have it, you old bitch.
Barry,
Yeah.
stop getting all down, dude. I'll send that money to you real quick.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't really watch this show. I only watched a little bit of it, but yeah.
To be honest with you, I quite like watching the show, but fuck, I was finding it hard to fucking keep interested. It's kind of funny watching them be nice, and yet they're too busy patting themselves on the back saying how popular they are. But I actually looked at the chat, and did you know that half of the people in their chat was fucking fake IDs? Like one or two people, and there's about 5 or 6 fucking different IDs. I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean fake ID?
Well, you know, just IDs made up. No one, like it's probably the same person, but he's got 3 IDs, if you know what I mean.
Having a conversation with himself.
Well, not quite, but I mean, they weren't really, what I'd call fucking viewers. Right. They said they're viewers, but I don't think so. I think they were just fucking. They were trying to start shit up, but they were too busy fucking going on about Johnny Warrior. And Johnny
Warrior really hasn't done anything wrong, has he?
No, of course not. Oh, fucking John Doe tried to imply that he was gay. I tell you what, boy, I'd love fucking John Doe to fucking make that mistake and show his face. I think he wouldn't be coming back to.
Why would he say that Johnny Warrior is gay?
Oh, I don't know. Fucking, he was trying to imply by just innuendo, you know.
He's married with a fucking kid, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I know, but you know that's John Doe's just trying
to be. Doesn't come across gay to me.
Nah, to any normal person, he doesn't. But you know, to fucking people like John Doe that like to fucking cause shit, which is all he's doing. I tell you what, those guys, they're not very loyal bunch. That's all I can say. Not a very loyal bunch. I can't believe their loyalty.
Johnny doesn't want to have anything to do with it. He just
good on him. I fucking don't blame him.
You
know, I don't think much of that Eric either, but to be honest, I admire Eric for fucking standing his ground and picking a side or being loyal to his mate, you know?
Sailor man.
Someone's got the sneezes.
I'm not pissing in Eric's pocket. I think he's a dickhead too, but I mean, in this case scenario...
Eric's all right. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you know,
I love it.
I'm tired. He reminds me of that guy that runs to the fucking, you know, like, oh, that guy said this about me. I'm going to the police. You know, that sort of guy. Just fucking, he's just, you know. Yeah.
All out, who cares?
Yeah,
not everyone can like everyone.
Ned in the Philippines, he's a pussy. Ned in the Philippines is a pussy. He's a fucking pussy. He likes to show his guns and say, it don't mean nothing. Hey, me and you are there and we're going to fucking tango. It don't mean nothing. Come on. It
Did you,
don't mean nothing.
well, Ned actually re-uploaded that video, but he edited it.
Fuck
Really?
Ned.
Just
Ned's
like,
a fucking Boston fucking. He thinks he's like a Boston badass, I guess. But Ned ain't shit.
I heard he was a paratrooper. Someone told me he was a paratrooper. I can't remember where I heard that, but
Johnny
maybe
Warrior.
someone did. Was it?
Johnny Warrior.
Johnny
talked
Warrior
about it,
said it.
on the
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A
So he used to
paratrooper, eh?
jump out of the aeroplane and take all the goods down or something like that. He served in the military.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of Americans served in the military, but don't act like clowns. I mean, fuck. You know,
Really?
in our case scenario, we don't have that compulsory military fucking. You know, people join here because they want to, I suppose. But
Well, hang on, Todd. Is it compulsory? Do you have to do it?
Man, it's good.
Oh,
What we're doing here is a good thing.
I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. I'm just saying, like for us, like you guys in America, like being a part of the military is a major. You know, it's a big deal and all that.
yeah,
But
it
like
is.
Aussie and New Zealand and even England, you know, it's not that sort of. You know what I mean? It's not
When I
been
was
bad.
in Iraq, let me break it down for you. When I was in Iraq, we had all different forces there. But Australians were there. Don't take that from them. But they weren't there in the sense that they were ready to really establish anything. They were just there and we did everything and the Australians were there. Don't get it twisted. There were a couple times where Australians saved my ass, but don't get it twisted that I mean when you're in it to win it, I don't know how many guys have ever been that far and been there and been done that. But when you're in it to win it, it matters on your life. That's a different story, you know. I can't I can't all I can say is you're there or you're not and fucking you're in or you're out, you're not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Silence of the lambs.
I was reading something here.
What are you reading, Mary?
This sailor man, this guy looks like he's using he's using Popeye's picture. That's funny. How about get that? I think he said he stole it from me. Yeah, that he stole it from me with numbers on it. Yeah, are you fucking serious?
That
That's gonna
reminds me.
make Popeye mad.
I fucking searched through Kevin's files and fucking they seem to have been altered or disappeared. So I have to have a talk to Kevin
What up,
when I see
Danny?
him next.
Yeah. What up, Danny? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. How have you been?
I hate to think that he's been loyal to them. And
What's
taken
this
it down.
bullshit, Jay? The last shill. What are you fucking talking about, the last shill? The shill is the shit.
It's just the title, mate. It's just a title, so people go, "What do you mean it's the last?" And it fucking
Clickbait.
works. You're the
It's
fourth,
clickbait.
fourth person that said it.
It's clickbait. That's
Hey
what it
Jay,
is.
this guy sailor man says, "Give me a wrench."
Yeah, he seems all right. May as well. I'll give him a
Don't be silly, Jay. He might be
Yeah,
a
it's
fucking
why
troll.
not? Give him a wrench. You can always take it back off him, can't I? If he misbehaves.
We always like.
But
we
listen here,
always
listen
like
here, though.
it.
Hang on.
You said I'll be on troll patrol. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
listen,
funny.
trailer man. These are the rules. You can't ban anyone. You can only time them out. Okay. Just because you don't like someone, you can't ban them. You can only time them out. All right, those are the rules.
We'll start
Fuck
ending
yeah,
up.
the rules, bitches.
This is okay. No problem. Got
We'll
you.
start ending up like the other channels, fucking giving out wrenches to every man.
There you go. I gave you a wrench.
Well, I know
Not
I got
everyone's got one on here. Not
Yeah,
everyone's got
I
one on here. You know,
I was in a
compared to
military
some-
abroad aircraft carrier. I worked on the flight deck, and I'm proud of serving. Yes, sir, Junior. I think Popeye is a whiny bitch. Yeah, Junior, right? He is. Sailor Man is funny as hell, dude.
Well, fuck
is
yeah,
Sailor Man?
Papa's a whiny. Fuck yeah, Papa is a whiny bitch. I was on the USS Nimitz for my Westpac, dude. I guarded a nuclear ammo locker on the fucking third deck and fucking 12 hours a day. It sucked. It fucking sucked.
No worries, Sailor
Give me a
Man.
wrench, and I will take care of these fucking pukes from all. I hear you. Well, there's only one in here. That's NECX NYC. That's the only one in here from there. So he's the only one.
He's on spy duty.
Yeah. Well, once that guy said give him a wrench, he's
See,
fucking
Jay,
stop talking.
this is the shit. You're like a fucking magnet.
Here we go. I'll give him a wrench too as well.
Oh,
Handing out some wrenches today.
Jesus Christ! We better be monitoring these trolls if they got wrenches.
You know, everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves. Not every troll's bad. You know, not every troll's bad.
I got a fucking
good
laugh.
trolls
He
and
gave
there's
fucking
bad
Phelps
trolls.
a wrench. He gave
troll with
Phelps
a
a
wrench.
wrench.
That was good enough to give him a wrench. I haven't even
Yeah.
taken it back off him.
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting for him to come in the room.
No, you can take them off them through the. You can go into the settings and community settings, and it's got all the people with wrenches. You can take them off manually through the settings. If you want to.
Yeah,
They have
well,
to be on the show.
yeah, you should have a tidy up. Just in case.
Remember, guys, do not block people. You can time people out, but don't block them. But don't time them out for just anything. You know, just you know, it could be something to discuss too as well. Because I can just click on the deleted messages and I can read it.
You can delete their messages, but you can't time them out unless they've been rude or
No,
insulting.
you can time them out, but you can't block them.
What's up, Agante?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
mean,
going good, mate.
What's
You know,
up,
you don't-
Agante? You slinging any fucking seed or making any fucking wells or what?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm meant to be starting drilling next week, but it's yet to be seen.
so what are you drilling? Water, eh?
Water, yeah.
Water well.
That's all right. Well, is work slowing down a bit up there or something?
Oh, shit, yeah. It's at a snail's pace, mate.
It
Really?
usually slows down in the fucking wet season, you know what I mean?
No, the whole economy is slowing down, eh?
What's up? What's up, Johnny? How you doing? Johnny's in the house, everybody. What's going on with James Pat TV? What's going on? How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Johnny, I'll send you a link if you want to come on, man.
Yeah, jump on the panel.
I'll send it to your email if you want to jump on.
Yeah, come on.
They were talking
Tell
mad
us how
shit about you
bad
last night.
Alabama's gonna get their ass whipped next year.
Okay.
I'd like to hear what he has to say about their comments.
Yeah.
He didn't watch it.
Okay, if he doesn't want to, that's fine.
No, he didn't.
Hey,
He
Todd.
didn't watch it.
Did you hear me, Bama?
I
I
heard
sent
what
it to you. I sent it to you.
or what you
Email
said.
Johnny the link.
Hey, Todd. Australia
Yeah.
had a lot of elite soldiers in Iraq, eh? They were SAS behind the lines with the laser pointers.
Yeah, there's like 400 of them.
Yeah. They were quite
Yes.
crucial.
They got
Yeah,
guided in the rocket.
there were like
didn't they, or whatever?
400 of them. There were like 400 of them. But we drew. I know my unit drug 4 of them out.
There was a couple. Don't forget the Kiwis. We were there too, boy. Our special
No,
forces were there.
fuck. Here we
Fuck it.
go. I don't even want to get into this.
Come on, Todd. They would have saved your ass, bro.
They didn't save my ass, dude.
Come
The
on.
Marines saved my ass.
Hell no. What's up, Johnny?
You got to
I don't
remember,
even
guys, we're
want to
only
get into this.
4.5 million
I
here.
know. Hey, look. I know that everybody wants to have their glory. And hey, I'm all there for to give it to you. But it is what it is. We drug multiple of those guys out.
Hey, Todd,
When,
Junior asked if
we
you were
went in, when we went in for the Spear Point invasion to Iraq, it was greedy city and fucking you're going to get your own or fucking you're going to get owned.
All right, we got Johnny in the chat here. How you going, mate?
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Going great.
Yeah,
How you going?
well.
So, what, man? You saw what I did today, right, Jay and Bama?
No, I see what you did. No, I haven't been up long. No.
I sent you pictures of what I did all day long.
Oh
It's
yeah,
nice,
yeah. Pictures. Okay, yeah.
and it was amazing.
Seen that. Fucking cannons.
Well, that Kimber, the pistol that I was shooting is a Kimber Classic, and it was customized by Gunsmoke. That thing has got an amazing trigger pull, and shot a couple hundred rounds on that one, and then went over to the AR-10. My shoulder's all freaking greased up because it's got a hard plastic buttstock. I don't have a rubber pad over it, but it was good. It was fun. It was real nice.
I don't like Kimber. I don't like Kimber. I don't like the way they make things. I don't know. You know, I just don't like Kimber. I don't like the way they make things.
You got a feed the cow, Johnny?
No. No, well, that was a 308.
Oh.
The AR-10's a 308.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. It's good fun. My buddy that was there with me, he was shooting his Glock 19. I'm trying to help him a little bit, but he's on the path to wanting to shoot USPSA professionally. So he's going into the limited divisions with using a Glock 19. And so he was punching paper and doing some technique drills, and then we went over, and he has a sweet ass 5.56 with a 10.5-inch barrel that is absolutely beautiful.
Sweet cookie dinner.
Yeah, I don't have any guns myself.
Sweet cookie.
I'm just throwing the chicken that I'm gonna use.
Nah, it was fun. It was great.
I was just going to say, you might as well start cooking.
I got two 1911s and an AR-15. Those are the best guns ever made.
Well, my Kimber's a 1911.
You can modify them. Kimber, I don't like Kimber 1911s at all.
Okay.
I just don't like how they make them.
How's that, Todd? How do they make them?
You can go hog hunting with an AR.
I just don't like how rough it is. I don't like how rough the slides are. I just don't. It's bulky in your hand. I just don't like it.
Oh, hey, it's a preference to everybody. They're my preferred weapon. I like a Kimber. It's for me in my hands. It's good. Shot them forever, so it's good.
So you shot other 1911s.
Yeah, actually, I shot for Team Para Ordnance for a while professionally. I've done Colts. I've done the Springfield Armories. I've done Rock Islands. You name it. I've shot them probably.
And they don't smell. They don't feel any smoother in your hand.
Well, here's the deal. When you talk about a 1911 clone, there's specifications that they're manufactured under. So other than weight or the metallurgy, some of them are made out of stainless. Some of them have like aluminum bottoms with steel tops. But other than that, the width, the height, the length, everything is identical. So that's why everything's so interchangeable with the 1911 is because they're all made the same way. The differences have a lot to do with the quality of the machine work, the trigger pull, you know, some of the match grade sears and hammers that they put into them. That's really where the difference is, the bells and whistles. But if you really strip them down, slide and frame, there's very, very little difference between the specifications between true 1911, like STI, Kimber, Wilson Combat, Springfield, Colt. They're all the same dimensions, the same milling, everything. So everything can be dropped in and interchangeable between the guns.
What guns do they give you in the army when you fucking roll into fucking a place? What do they issue you with?
Well, when I was with my first 10 years, I was a corpsman with the Marines, and I carried an M9 as a service revolver, and I carried a 16-203 as a team grenadier because I was with recon, and we would also have a 6 Sauer on occasion, depending upon the mission. Over in the Army, it's an M9 and M4 is what I carried. An M4 is a carbine. It's a smaller M16. I was never like a crew serve gunner, or I got to shoot them on the range, but I never got to play with any of the really hardcore stuff.
My dad's got a few fucking guns. He wants me to get my gun license so he can leave them to me when he passes. And I said, I don't really want them, Dad. You know, I said, and my mum goes,
yeah, that's the one thing I miss about the.
I said, wait, when he dies, we just have to go and ring the police and get him to open the gun safe and dispose of them. I can't fucking hold on to them. You can't hold on to them. We haven't got licenses. We get in trouble. You're just gonna have to hand them in.
No, I just that's the one thing I do miss about living in the Philippines is being able to go to the range and shoot and stuff like that. I'm an avid hunter and fisherman, and you can't really do that in the Philippines either.
No, you can't.
Well, you can't have a gun unless your wife gets it under her name, really. But still, that's a bit of a, you know. I mean, like you said, you can't go out hunting and stuff like that. You go shooting a gun out somewhere in the fucking. It's so populated here. People will hear you go, "What the hell's going on there?" and think it's fucking terrorist, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just don't see that here. You know? And I don't think they even have a shooting range here, do they? Like you can go to Cambodia. My friends have gone there, and they got to shoot off heaps of things down at the shooting range. Some big cannons.
No, they got shooting ranges in the Philippines. You know, you as a foreigner can go to a shooting range, and you can shoot on the range. You know, but us individually, we can't own guns.
It's probably a good thing, though.
With the climate of the vlogging community, I think you're probably right, man.
I don't think any of us here really need guns.
No.
That's probably why they don't give them to us, because they know. Shit's happened before. History repeats itself.
We really don't need a gun. All you need is like 8, 9, 10,000 pesos hand to a Filipino and say, "Look, knock this motherfucker off," and they'll go.
Oh, don't be talking like that now.
No. You don't need a gun. You know what I mean? You can hire a hand to do it for you if that's what you really want to do. I wouldn't do it like that. Just saying, just in reference. You know what I mean? Just hypothetical. Yeah. You're not going to do it. Just saying. You can't.
Even then,
you can still hire. You know what I'm saying?
Even then, you wouldn't do that, man.
No,
they'd be quick if they got caught, they'd be quick to give you up and say, "Well, he paid me to do it."
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're fucking.
I'll tell you one thing though. Being back here for this length of time, I mean, I really miss the family, and I do miss my house there. There's a few things that I miss, but you know, it's like I miss my friends here. You know, I miss going to the range. I had some really good Italian food. I miss a really good burger. Man, I didn't know how much I missed that until I started having a really good burger. You know, stuff like that. Just
Small
things that you give up, you start thinking about.
Hey, you know how you were talking the other night about that house you're going to build in Baguio, and it's up in the mountains, isn't it?
Yep.
So, how are you going to be for internet up there?
You know, I don't. My understanding is like what I remember. There's two types of. I use Globe. So the one type of Globe has the antenna with the modem, right? That broadband. The other one is that I'm using right now is a 4G LTE
Pocket
modem. So it's a wireless modem. I can take it everywhere, and it's pretty big, but it's really good. I'm hoping that being on top of it, I can just get away with using that. If not, then I'll have to line something up. But they've got fiber interwoven and Baguio so so all over the place that it's not going to be too long that it's going to be in that area anyway.
They're getting fiber all over the Philippines, man. That's coming fast. It really is. I've seen them put it in Quezon City, back in the province area. I've seen them put fiber in Bohol. When I was in Bohol, there was running fiber lines there too as well. So it's going everywhere, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they Solano, even as rural as Solano is, they've got fiber running right through the main business districts of Solano now.
Yeah.
Well, you had that antenna thing on your roof, Barry, when you were...
Yeah, but the modem had a SIM card in it, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was wired. It was no telephone lines, just hooked to an antenna for better signal. That's all that shit is, man.
Yeah. It's an amplified 4G system is what it is when you have the antenna on the house. In Cebu, I got the 4G little square, the 4G. It looks the modems actually look the same between the two, and it works. Like if I'm traveling, it works really well. But at home, I take a SIM card out of that and I put it into one that's in the house for the antenna, and that's what we use there. At where I'm at in Solano, I'm hoping that the internet's actually better in Baguio, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you should maybe go up there where you're purchasing your house with it and test it first. If it does work.
Well, I'm not gonna not get the house because of internet. I mean, internet's important, but it's not like that important. Because I can always go to the cafe or somewhere. I mean, the public internet in Baguio is ripping. It's really good. So it just gives me an excuse to go and freaking go into town and drink a couple cups of coffee or something.
Yeah, the Red Horse, mate.
Yeah, I don't drink Red Horse anymore.
Oh,
no,
no,
you can
sorry.
just film and then go to the cafe and upload it.
Yeah.
The Red Lion, I meant to say.
Oh, I love the Red Lion. That place is awesome.
Yeah, I've been there.
Great. They've got good food and it's great atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah. Got little karaoke bars there. They got a tattooist. They got all sorts there.
Yeah, you get too jacked up. You can even rent a room there.
Does Eric live up in the mountains too?
To be honest, I have not ever been over at Eric's house, but he lives up in everything's in the hills there. You know what I mean? So he's hillside, but he's more in town. I'm actually going to be a little bit between the backside of Baguio going to Trinidad. I'm going to be on a road in between that. So I'll be in it. You can see the strawberry farms from the peak, so it'll be cool. I'll like it, major development going in behind us, which will help with the price of the, raising the price of the property. But, like I said, it's nothing big. It's not going to be like we're not purchasing anything huge. The house will be nice, but I'm not spending all that much money on the property.
Just need a smoking.
Yeah. I mean, we're what 350,000 is what we're buying the lot for.
50,000 peso.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, not for Baguio, man. I'm telling you.
Baguio is a cheaper place to live anyway. That's what he was talking about. I was talking to him. I was thinking about going up there, but never made it to Baguio. But he said it was. He said it was quiet. He said it was cheap. He said it was cooler because it was up in the mountains, not as
Well, that's
high.
what I'm interested in. How it's cooler. You don't have to run air conditioning at night time and stuff.
Yeah, no, you don't need air conditioning up there at all. You just open the windows up and let the winds blow through. That's another reason being on top of the mountain's cool.
Because electricity's a fucking killer here, man, in the budget, I tell you. It's fucking expensive, man. And I'm just thinking, man, I'm thinking my electricity's more than my rent.
Do you remember where Capitol Circle is? Where the Capitol building is over in Cebu?
Yeah, the big roundabout thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's Fuente. But if you go north, there's the Capitol building. There's an old condominium there called Winland Tower. It's like it's one of the. It actually is the oldest high rise in Cebu. I lived up there on the 15th floor, and I was
actually hang on a minute. That's where JJ lives, isn't it, Barry? Winland Towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there. We've been there. There's two of them. There's two towers.
Yeah.
It's fucking noisy as fuck, and there's a basketball court down there, and they're fucking always pumping music all the time.
They got a swimming pool too up on the 4th floor. Which
the swimming pool is down on the in between the towers.
Yeah.
Do you know where it's J. Osmania and I can't remember the name of the main road right there. J. Osmania and something. And I was up on the 15th floor of that tower, and I would just open the windows and let the breeze come in. And I still had to run the AC only a little bit, but my freaking bill was like $700 to $7,500 a month. You know?
Hell.
Yeah, I know. It was expensive there. Man, if I pay more than $1,000 or $1,200 where I'm at right now, my better half gets chapped. It's usually about $600 or $700 a month.
Yeah, my bill is like about $1,200 a month. We run an aircon at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Focus was telling me his bill's like 19,000.
That can't be right.
My understanding is that the energy bills over there, the power bills over there, are stupid expensive in Mindanao.
Yeah, okay.
And I have not been there, so I'm only going off of what people have said. But
they're
that's
stupid
my understanding
expensive in the whole Philippines.
Cheap where I am in Dumaguete, 1,200 pesos on a run an aircon at night.
Yeah, it's been a good look at because fuck, man. I've tried to cut mine down, and it doesn't really. But what fucks me is I'll use the aircon half the time, but the bill doesn't drop in half. Like I just knock 1,000 off, and I'm like, what the fuck? I might as well just run it all the time. You know?
Well, you know your lights there, the way the wiring is.
Yeah.
The lighting systems are really kind of bleed crap out, you know?
Yeah, voltage drop.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll go solar, man. Tell you what, get yourself a good inverter, go solar. Get yourself some German Hoppigen fucking batteries, deep cycle batteries. You need a few of them. They're about $1,000 each. Get a good SMA inverter, which is a German inverter. You'll pay a couple of grand for that one too as well, depending on the size of your system. The solar panels are cheap as shit. It doesn't matter about the panels. They're all made in fucking China, 98% of them. So I used to do solar, right? You pay about $160 for a fucking 200-watt panel. Get yourself about 10 of those, 5 Hoppigen batteries, and an SA inverter. Hook it up, and you should be right. You get free power during the day and probably halfway through the night off the batteries.
Say my
Just
name.
save you a
Say
lot.
my name.
Which the return on investment would that be? Will be 3 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Return on investment.
Well, that's one of the
And they
things
go
that
for 25 years. So
I'm kind of trying to design the solar system with a wind turbine because it's like in Solano or at Baguio in this particular, it's always constantly windy. So I figure I'm going to bring in some, Rhino G solar panels out of China. They sell those 250 extended stays. I mean, they got like a 5-year warranty on them,
yeah.
and they got a pretty good lifespan. And bringing a good battery bank, I should be able to, if all my lighting is 12 volt, right, which will be like almost a zero draw off the battery bank anyway. I put all the lighting as 12 volt, and then I go in and put the inverters on the separate levels, put an inverter on the separate levels feeding off the battery bank. I should be able to keep, good
You're
solid.
gonna need 2 inverters. Okay, you're gonna need the one coming from the solar and one not coming from the inverter from the solar into the inverter that goes into the batteries to regulate it.
Yeah,
And you want your roof north facing at a 25-degree tilt, so you get all the full sun.
Opposite. It's opposite. You're in the northern hemisphere. It's got to be southern facing.
None, does it? Hang on. Oh, sorry, I'm going opposite. On Australia. Yeah, so you have to just make sure the sun just goes straight across your panels. Basically, just work that out. I don't know yet, but I know Australia.
Yes.
That's right. You're right. We're in a different fucking country. So just work out where the sun goes across. Make sure you got a nice flat roof space there, and you get away with 10 panels, man. We'll do the trick. And you get 250-watt panels. That's going to give you a 2 kilowatt system. 2 kilowatt fucking German SA inverter will set you back about 1,600 to 2,000. Then you got to get all your wiring and stuff, your racking. I don't know who installs it here. That's the thing.
I haven't found anybody that's consistent with the solar. I'm planning on kind of more or less doing it myself.
Yeah, well, if you do that, just make sure you get them in the right strings in the inverter, so the way because it's got different strings depending on what sort of bird it is. So you got to run a certain amount off a different sort of string, and depending on what angle your roof is. So if you had some panels on the north, some panels on the fucking east, you have to run them off different strings. You can't run off the same strings. Look, you can do it if you do your research enough and look into it and get the instruction manuals and stuff. When you get the inverter and look at it, you can do it. It'd be good to have an electrician by your side just to sort of help you along.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? They're only cheap anyway. They're only 400 pesos a day for an electrician.
Well, they can pull the wire as long as I'm using, one of the big things is the distance between your batteries and the closer you have your batteries and your battery regulator, the solar regulator where they turns on and off to charge the batteries, the less diameter and cable you need to
you just
the battery bank.
Use a different diameter and 12 gauge or 16 gauge or 18 gauge wire.
Made by Remington.
Well, how you said you're going to build a garage
on the
right?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I've done with my mate. We put a solar system on his house, right? 3.2 kilowatt. It's good to load up the inverter. All right. So if you got a 3 kilowatt inverter loaded up to a 3,200 watts of solar panels, but it's not going to be at its peak the whole time, and it gives it more power, you know what I mean? It charges up the batteries quicker, and you get more worth out of it. But what we did, he has a garage too as well, so we put the panels on the roof, we run the cable from the panels down the wall into the garage. Even though the SNA inverter is an outdoor inverter, it's always good to have it in a garage or something like that, so it's out of the rain, it's out of the heat and all the rest of it, because it does heat up a bit. And then from there, you'd have the next cable running off to your other inverter that charges up the batteries, which the batteries will be right beside it on the ground in a rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're sweet.
See, this is the thing that I'm a little concerned about, though, because it's a 3-story house. That's a lot of cable to run down from. Yeah.
No, you'll be
So-
right. If you chalk up the panels a bit more,
Yeah.
overload the inverter, but you're not really overloading it. It'll travel down, man. You can go 30 meters easily. You'll be fine. So just put the
Because I would definitely like to put the battery bank, because the ventilation requirement on the battery bank and then the inverter would be nice in a garage rather than in a closet in the master bedroom or something like that.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
kind of
Because once the batteries are full, what it does is the inverter that charges up the batteries, it then switches off, then starts running the power into the house. So then you start getting the free power then once your batteries are charged up. And once the sun goes down at night time, the batteries kick in and start running your house, your air conditioning, your fridges, and all that sort of stuff. And then if they happen to run out before like 3 o'clock in the morning, it then switches over to the normal power, the grid power, until the sun comes back up. So there's a few switches you need to put in there.
Fibes is asking you how much it would cost to skip the solar panels and get a guy to just pedal a driven generator like an exercise bike. I don't know, man. Maybe like a couple $100 pesos a day or something. I don't know.
That's funny.
Now, solar's the go, man. Like, I was in the solar industry for 4 or 5 years, man. It's the go. We put one on my mum and dad's house too as well, and they've got their return on investment back in 2.5 years.
See, I think you're right, man. I think that in the long term, it's gonna, especially with the brownouts and everything else that goes on. Even Baguio has brownouts, and it's not
every 6 months, Johnny. You just get someone to get up there on the roof and clean the panels down for you, and you do it in the morning before the sun hits them, because they'll crack your glass on your panels. So first thing in the morning, you get someone up there with a soft cloth and some detergent, wipe all the panels down, rinse them off with some water, so they're nice and clean. You get all the film off it, and you do that every 6 months. Get the maximum power out of it.
Yeah. That's a lot to ask where you're at.
Huh? You can get someone on the roof for a couple $100 pesos to do that.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. It's just maintenance, keeping them clean. Other than that, the inverter will go for fucking... German SA inverter will go for fucking 20 years, man. You have no problem with them. I've never had one break. If you get some Chinese fucking bullshit
If it
inverter,
was easy, then they'd be doing it all along.
Sorry?
If it was easy, they'd be doing it all along.
We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember they're 30 years behind. In Australia, every fucking third house has got a solar system. And they have a rebate, and that's why everyone jumped on it.
I'm talking about in the Philippines.
Yeah. Well, they're behind. That's what I don't know who installs them here. I've never seen a solar system on a house here. But they got the perfect weather for it, exactly the same as Australia. Is what I'm saying. But the thing is, they don't have a feedback system like in Australia. If you're feeding it back in the grid, the plan that my parents are on, they get 44 cents per kilowatt. So your bill goes into credit. The electricity company ends up giving you a check at the end of the year.
Yeah, we already have that in America.
Yeah. I know
you have solar panels.
Yep.
We already have that.
But even though they don't have that here, it's still very beneficial to have a battery backup system with solar, because you're just going to get free energy during the day and you're going to get free energy at night time off the batteries.
Yeah.
I was right into it, man. I was making some good cash doing that, and I actually enjoyed it. And the government pulled the rebate and the tariff, and the solar industry just crashed overnight. So everyone just shopped up. You just couldn't give them away.
Hey, Jay, I'm going to jump back on here in a couple minutes. Let me make a quick phone call. I got to call back in. I just got a message to call home. So let me call and see what's going on.
All
right. I'll call you. I'll be back on here in a minute. All right.
All right, mate.
I need to pick your brain a little bit more about this crap. All right. Later.
All right. Yeah, so definitely a great idea if you're going to solar, especially here. If you can find someone to help you set it up.
Yeah. Well, they got them. They got them.
Me and Barry were talking the other day to fucking, and Matt was saying something about solar. If he chucked someone here, he's got the perfect roof for it here. Man, our electricity bill would be fucking near nothing. I reckon.
Yeah, no shit.
And you wouldn't need much panels too.
They're designed these
Wow.
days to send it back into the grid so they'd actually pay you.
Yeah, well, the meter, honestly, in Australia, right, when you get the solar, you get the digital meter, right? But before you got the digital meter, we've set them up, right? I'm sitting there with the guys and stuff, and they're racking on the roof and all the rest of it. And they're, all right, turn it on. So we turn it on, and you got the spin meter, you know, the little fucking dial thing that spins around, and the glass there. Motherfucker starts spinning backwards, flat out, mate. Backwards. As soon as you turn the solar system.
Excuse me,
Is
right
that how
back.
it sends it back, you mean?
Oh.
So it spins backwards.
Yeah, it spins fucking backwards, so you're not using any
I
fucking
can't say
power.
I've ever seen that.
Ends backwards.
Yeah.
That's why Alabama suck.
I think they're replacing those with digital ones now. Anyway,
Yeah, when you get a solar system in Australia, they got to put the digital ones off. They take off the old analog ones. But when you can see it and you see that thing, it just slows. Like it's spinning, and it slows down and just starts going in reverse, flat out. So that there's no power coming in the house at all. It's all going out.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Stillman. I know. Just plug in or plug out everything you got in your house, and you can fucking take a measure of that.
So then they started going to these digital meters, which a lot of people cracked up about them. Didn't like them. Apparently, they set off some. I don't know. They're apparently not good for your health too, as well.
It makes it easier to control the power too. Yeah, they can fucking. They don't need to send a meter guy around.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts
And you
of
don't,
things.
and you don't really know if they're legit or not too, as well, because they are digital. They can be programmed. At least the analog ones you can see. It's either coming in or coming out. Yeah. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because, let's face it, the average house here in the Philippines does not have the money to put a solar system on. You know, people are spending in Australia anything from $10,000 to $15,000. The average house here is not going to have that much money. That's almost
and it's
700,000 peso.
Yeah, but there's a few houses with it.
There's some rich houses here that can afford it.
I do know of a company that's they're German too. They're German people that they import the hardware from Germany. I was trying to think
I
of
had
their
this
name.
one dirty bastard in fucking Cairns, Australia, right? He listen to this, man. This is a fucking story, but I'll tell you anyway, right? This guy's the local postie, right? He'd come over and he knew I was doing solar and shit because I had my office at home and stuff. I didn't need an office or anything because I just contract all the fucking work out. So I didn't need a shed and all that. I'd just order the shit straight from down south and rock up the pallets, and I'd send the installers around there to go pick it up, chuck it on the back of the ute and go install it at such and such address. Anyway, I had this fucking postie, right? And for 1 year, he always come past and he'd beep his horn out front and he's had the mail and stuff. I'll go out and get it, and he'd be always asking about the solar. He'd go, I want to get it on my house and all the rest of it. And then it come down to the last week when you had to get it on us, you miss out on the 44-cent rebate in Queensland. And he's like, JJ, look, I really want to get it on. I've just applied to the bank for a loan. It's been approved. I'm just waiting for it, and all the rest of it. Can we whack one on and I'll give you the money next week? And I fucking built trust with this guy he built trust with me for like 12 months. He's the fucking postie. And I said, yeah, no worries, I'll do that for you, mate. And we whacked it on for him and all the rest of it, and it comes due to pay, and there was no payment. I'm like, hang on, what's going on here? And I'm ringing him up, and he's not answering his phone calls. I knew where he lived. He lived around the corner from the house. So I went round there. The motherfucker hadn't paid his mortgage for fucking 12 months. His house had been repossessed a week after I put the solar system on, and he put that on to get more value, so when they auction off his house, it'll pay off his fucking debt that he owes. So I've rang the bank up, because in my terms and conditions it says if it's property of Think Renewable,
Until paid in
property
full.
of Think Renewable until paid for. And I went to the bank and I showed it to the fucking bank. I said, look, this man hasn't paid for his solar system. We're taking it off. And he goes, sorry. They go, sorry, sir. Anything bolted to the house is property of the bank. I said, fuck yous. And I said to my mum and dad, and my mum and dad actually talked out. Me and my mates were going to go around there in the middle of the night and just unbolt the cunt ourselves. All I do is cut the wires, switch it down at the fucking pole, cut the wires, take the inverter off the wall, leave the racking on there because it's just aluminium racking. They ain't worth fucking shit.
You
Take the
can't
panels
do
off.
that, Stillman.
I know, but I'll be done. And you go, no, you get done for stealing and all the rest. I said, all right, then I'll go to the bank. And it's stealing my own shit back that someone hasn't fucking paid for, mind you.
No, I don't
really
believe that. I believe that they fact you have rights to grab it back if you can.
They wouldn't
No,
let me.
you
No,
don't. You don't.
Once you
don't have
gave
rights.
it, once you've spent it and gave it away, you don't.
You haven't given it away. It's in the it's in the invoice. Paid
No,
until
you
paid
give
in
it
full.
away. It's bolted to their fucking roof.
The same thing
Well,
happened to this guy with a big air conditioning company. He done like a medium-sized shopping centre. This was in Darwin Tours, by the way. I forget which one it was. But anyway, they ended up folding or some shit, and someone had to buy them out or something. But he put all these air conditionings in, and the bank did the same thing to him. And turned around and said, no, anything bolted to the building is property of the bank. It's like, you fucking dogs, man.
That's the way it is. You should know that before you go and get into a real estate deal. That's the way it is. You gotta learn the hard way, Stillman.
Hey,
You
it
gotta
wasn't
learn
me with the air
hard when
conditioning.
you're
I lost a
young.
solar system out of it. Don't worry, I made the money back up. But the thing is, it cost me $10,000 fucking dollars. The profit on
Yeah.
it was $4,000. You know, so I had to wear it, but it's a kind of an act to do.
Well, fuck yeah, you gotta wear it. What are you gonna do?
I wanted to kill him, but he fucking took off.
Well, you can't do that.
People in this world, I don't know.
Give him the chopper treatment.
Oh, mate, like I was furious. Like, how dare you, man? Like, I was trying to help him out to get his tariff for him. Full trust there. It wasn't like a stranger. It was like the postie guy that comes. We talked every day. Seemed like a genuine guy. He just called me. But anyway, not the first time I've been ripped off, is it?
But anyway, the postman ripped you off, dude. So now you've got a story to tell to the next Stillmans.
Don't trust. Here's the advice: do not trust the postman. Don't befriend him when he's out front with your mail. And you know how sometimes you're out the front, and you're mowing the lawn, and he pulls up to give you the mail, and he goes for the letterbox, and he sees you, and he sort of hands it to you. Don't do it, mate. That's where it starts. Don't take the mail. Say, put it in the box, mate, and go. Put it in the box and go.
That's where it starts, he said.
That's how they get in your fucking pocket, mate.
So that's why dogs hate mailmen, eh?
Yeah, that's why they fucking chase the postman when he comes past.
Exactly.
They're shady, man.
Dogs got a fucking reason to hate those bastards.
Dog's got a good sense of fucking,
What's happening in the room? Who's doing what?
Don't talk to your postie, mate. Don't make friends with your postie.
Hey, fuck you, Barry.
Okay.
Alabama sucks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I hear you, Todd.
Well, when is the finals?
What final?
What finals?
I thought there was finals on or some shit.
No. Football's about
We
to
ain't
start.
started college football yet.
All right. I don't know. I'm not there. That's what you're talking about.
You guys play fucking football over there. Football, when I say football, it's football.
Kickball.
Yeah.
You mean
kickball.
you mean Aussie rules? Is that what you mean?
I like Aussie rules, banging each other up and fucking breaking the next motherfucker's nose, but I'm just like, football? Really? You want to kick ball around?
Well, it's only in Australia, mate. You know what I mean? Only in Australia.
That's soccer. It's not football. Soccer.
Rugby and rugby league is what we.
Yeah. You know, soccer would be a good game if it was like Aussie rules and there was no offside. Then
Yeah.
soccer would start to become a good game, I reckon.
It's mainly a European thing, that soccer, anyway.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you too as well, that Posty, he actually ripped this other poor guy out. He had a pool
Here we
company.
go.
He got,
Here we
they
go.
made
Tell
him.
us real stories, Dylan.
No, this is true. He actually got a pool put into as well. The cunt didn't pay for it. What a fucking cunt.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck me.
He's a cunt, mate. Swimming pool.
So he robbed you guys for fucking ever.
Mm.
That's fucked up.
You know where he was from originally?
I
Fucking
don't know.
Indonesia.
Oh,
Oh,
Stillman, come on.
Big fucking
Indonesia.
house, man. It was a big yard too, as well. How can you not pay your payments for fucking 12 months?
because he was a postie, that's why.
Probably he's not on the best.
Hey.
One, is he?
That's why you get it back. See, you motherfuckers don't understand. Let me kick it off to you here. That's why you guys get it back behind closed doors.
Yeah.
As if he
Get
could
it
find
back
him.
behind closed doors.
And if you
Just
could
get
find
her,
him.
just get her
Give it-
in there. All you got to do is get her behind the door.
Yeah.
Just give him the chop fucking treatment, you know?
Just get her in there behind closed doors.
Get the belt cutters to his toes. Let him pop off.
I like how they just pop off.
Yeah, shit.
Stillman ain't getting shit back. He knows it.
Yeah, it's going. The only good thing we got to do is write it off when we done our tax. So, yeah. That's the only good thing we got out of it. It wasn't even a good thing, but it saved us a bit of money.
Saves you a bit of fucking money. What if Buddy couldn't have his fucking rump steak that week? What the fuck is going on? He's gonna think.
You got half a fucking roast the other night.
I don't give a fuck. I'm
Your
talking
mama
about
loves that dog, don't you?
down and out and fucking talking about solar panels. What if he couldn't have his rump steak?
They'd be devastated. Be on the baked beans and canned food.
Actually, my bulldog loved fucking bush baked beans. Loved them.
I better read some of these comments. I think we're being lacking here, guys.
Yeah, we have.
Thunder's in here. Got Graham in here. How you going, Graham? Not being rude or anything, mate. Just haven't been reading the comments. They've just come in. So they're having a conversation with themselves. Mike Jones. How you going? Where's the party at?
Oh, Mike Jones. Mike Jones seems to have a lot to say in the opposition's channel.
Why,
There's a bit of a traitor there, that Mike Jones.
Ah, that's all right, you know.
Sitting on the fence type.
That's all right.
There's another character too, trying to cause shit. I can't think of his fucking name. I might have to come in the room and see if he's in there.
He's calling you bullshit, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Mate, I know exactly what's going on. I watch the chat. I even got a mention there. Some troll tried to cause some shit with them, and they brought my name into it, but they were too busy patting themselves on the back. No one picked up on it. So,
Well, hold on,
I
Mike
know
Jones
these fucking
saying
trolls how they
bullshit.
work.
Bullshit. Like, did we ban you, Mike Jones? If we banned you, you wouldn't be able to be on here talking.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I timed him out once or twice because of his comments. If that's what he's talking about. That was quite a while back.
What clip is he talking about? Is he talking to us or what's going on here?
I don't know. I can't see.
Not sure. Actually, fucking Thunder, get on here, man. I want to talk to you about that fucking Twitchy. Got his ass handed to him in Thailand. Come on, I want to hear the fucking full story on that.
I thought we
Banner.
discussed that the other day.
Yeah, but I didn't get the full story.
Well, basically, he was shooting off his mouth about some blogger and his Thai wife and a couple of mates fucking sorted him out. That was pretty well it. He admits it. He even said, but I don't know. Everyone's got a different version of the story. But he admitted it. He said that he was attacked.
This is this fucking Mike Jones. That's why I blocked you, actually. Timed out or whatever. I don't know a candy from Sergio. I don't go to Planet X. I told you this. If I did, I would tell you straight up. I'd say, yeah, I fucked her. I wouldn't lie to you, mate. I'm not going to lie to you about shit.
Where the fuck?
Sirigal is in Mindanao.
Well, Planet
Is this
X
Mike
is
Jones
in Peru. And we don't go in there. Barry, do we go into Planet X?
Hell no, I don't go on that.
No, we don't go into Planet X, man.
So this is his problem. He's got to be on because he thinks you fucked his girlfriend. Is that what?
If I did, I did. Okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
I tell you, if I did fuck her, I didn't pick her up from Planet X. Okay.
Planet X.
She must have been up at fucking Hype or something like that.
When we go to El Gecko, Sisters, Bamboozles, and then Hype is where we go. That's our train. When Jay and I go out, we go to El Gecko for like 2 or 3 hours. We'll have a few drinks there, share out, talk with Billy. And we'll leave there, we'll go to Sisters, we'll hang out, we'll come out of Sisters, we'll go into Bamboozles, we'll have a beer there, then we'll leave there, then we'll go to Hype. That's how that works.
Well, all I can say is Mike Jones. She can't be very loyal then if she's fucking around on you, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's best that you move on.
Yeah. Girlfriend.
Hello.
Someone fucked her.
Oh, who cares? Fucking full of shit. Jay, he's full of shit.
But if she's working at Planet X, dude, there's bar fines there. You know what I mean? There's probably more dicks running through her than above on a freight train going down the train tracks, buddy.
God, they come up with some fucking stories.
Yeah, I know they do.
I could get a girl for cheap.
Yeah, I don't go in the place.
I suppose he's trying to imply that you're like Larry, Jay. Maybe that's his go.
I don't know what he's trying to imply. I fuck a lot, but I don't go to Planet X. If you know the facts, get on the show and explain, man.
Yeah.
Get your girl on the fucking show. How about that? Get your fucking girl on the show. And then she says, yep, you fucked me, and I'll say, where did I pick you up? And I guarantee you she's not going to say Planet fucking X because I don't fucking go in the fucking place.
Anyway, who cares? Even if you did. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not to know.
Okay, Mike Jones, yep, I fucked her. I picked her up from Planet X. Now what? What's your problem with that?
Want to come and see me?
I'll say, yep, I've done it, okay? I'll take it on Mike. I've done it, yep. I went into Planet X, and I got a bar fine, and I fucked Candy. And I fucked her good too. Now what? What's the next step? What do we do now about it?
He probably wants his cut.
That's fucked up.
Candy. He was sounds like a fucking stripper.
I'm just going to agree with you, mate, because I'm sick of hearing it. Because I know I don't go in there.
No, I don't like going in that bar. I don't like that bar.
I don't go.
Stinks. Smells bad, man. It smells like fucking piss all over the place.
He reckons he knows you, Jay, from El Gecko.
Oh, well, I don't know him.
Get him on the show. He's fucking full of shit. He's just fucking, I don't know, he's just trying to fucking...
You don't even know if it's a real name.
Do I need to come back in that room?
Does Daddy come in here and control shit? Don't make me start blocking. Don't make me start timing you motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
well, that's fine, Mike. Just send me an email and I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work.
He wants to come on. Put your email out there for him.
No, don't put it out in the... He knows where he can get it.
There you go. You go to the About section. There's my email right there on the channel. Send me his email and I'll send him a link. No, I'm not posting a link in there because people put porn shit on my fucking channel. I want to know who you are and your email before you come on here.
Do I have to fucking boot his ass soon? Come on, Mike.
Mike's on.
Or shall I send Thunder back in the room to sort him out?
Mike, go to the About section of the channel and you'll find his email.
Send me an email saying this is Mike and then I'll send you the link. It's easy.
The Apostle.
Easy mac and cheesy. There you go.
You better hope he doesn't send you naked pictures of himself, Jay.
Oh, what's up?
Hi, I'm Cindy.
Hey, Barry, how you doing?
Thunder, tell us what you know of this Thailand stuff, man.
Yeah, look, what originally happened was Greg went down to a place called Kamala Beach. And originally, I believe he wanted to catch up with a guy called Rob, who's got a YouTube channel called 20 Seconds Thailand. And when he got down there, Rob had already left and gone somewhere else. What Greg did, and this is, I guess, what started a lot of the shit too, was he went and visited, I don't know if you guys have watched the channel, but this guy, Rob, used to go and see a girl who worked in a bar they called Jessica Rabbit, for obvious reasons, mate. Had a die for. Go look at her, look at his vlogs, and you'll see her. Not a bad piece. Anyway, Rob would use her to get people to donate money to buy her drinks. Now, whether he bought her drinks or not, nobody knows. Accused him of just using her to make money. Anyway, Greg, because Rob wasn't there, Greg went and seen this Jessica Rabbit and did an interview with her, and she pretty well turned around and said she didn't even like this guy. And because he put her on YouTube, she was getting all these diviots going to Kamala Beach and trying to hit on her. And then he did another interview bar there, who is fucking drop dead gorgeous, actually, and who spilled the beans on Rob, because Rob doesn't get any income in Thailand. All his money that he gets is through Patreon. And look, but he's hidden it now. But he was getting over $1,100 a month given to Patreon accounts, as well as PayPal and shit like that. And this girl spilled the beans on Rob, saying that he was spending money on bar finding girls. Anyway, because Rob wasn't there, he goes to interviews. That's when he then went. Now,
I can't hear that, Mark. You're speaking the microphone. You cut down a bit.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. After he couldn't find Rob and he did this interview with the two girls, he chased up Sonny. Now, from Greg's side of it, he actually seen Sonny walking into the Grill Bill, because Greg was in the restaurant next door, or the bar next door. He asked Sonny to come in for a drink, come over for a drink. Well, Sonny just gave him the fingers, and that was the end of that, until obviously later on that night when all this shit went down. Now, I can't say if everything that's been said is honest or true, because the video that you see is edited. You'll notice that the second part of the video, after he's walked away from the bar, it's all taken from his back. You don't see the front of Greg. Don't know if you guys picked that out or not. Also, and I'm not going to take sides in it, but Sonny did turn up there with a few guys. It wasn't just Sonny. So there was a few guys involved. And it's been admitted that, yes, when Greg hit the ground, he was kicked the shit out of.
Wow.
Yeah, and that, like someone just said in the chat, that Rob guy, he was a broker and he did lose his license in the United States for some dodgy dealings.
Well, there you go. All the dodgy people come to Asia.
But,
So where we going with this, though? I mean, so what? He fucking, you know, he got beaten up.
But you got his ass kicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, you know, to be fair, I don't think he was willing to sit down with Sonny and have a drink. But the problem was that Greg had opened up so much that he'd riled up these guys. They didn't want to talk to him. You know, and he'd said a lot of bad things about these guys.
Yeah, like he said, shit about me when he talked about Jay. And then when he runs his mouth about Jay, yeah, talking shit about him, but he's talking shit about him. You know, you rile people up, you know what I mean? You walk into a place where they're at, you know what I mean? That's, you're taking a fucking chance, you know what I mean? Because when you're fucking with somebody, people get tired of being fucked with, you're running your mouth. And then when you see somebody, then they beat the shit out of you, you know what I mean? They don't want to have a drink with you. And if somebody says, look, don't have a drink with me, I'm not going to fucking ag on that. I'm just going to fucking leave it alone and be done with it. I mean, because most of the time, it's going to be a bad situation. You don't just keep fucking with folks. It's just something you don't fucking do. I guess some of these online YouTube wannabe police officers think it's okay to fuck with people, and it's not. So, you know.
They don't like when they get approached and get their ass.
You know, the cops were called and did turn up on that night. Greg was asked to go down to the police station and make a report, but he didn't do that. He thought he was being set up, but I'm not sure who called the cops, so I can't say. Now, there is a full video of the whole fight. I know a guy that's got that video, and he sworn to me that at no time was Greg hit from behind. So I've got to take his word for it. I haven't asked for the video. I don't want to see the video.
I do.
Yeah, look, I'm just not. Yeah,
I know you're not, but I would love to see that video. I really would. I'd actually just love to see that for real. That would just be nice.
So you got to be careful because the guys that have got that video, there's only a handful that I know that have got it, and you know that video can't go out onto YouTube or anywhere else because it could be used by people.
Yeah.
I don't think Lively could give a shit. Whoever watches Lively?
What?
Yeah,
Live Link.
Live
Yeah.
link. What's that?
Yeah. It's like YouTube, but it's just anything goes, you know?
Oh, okay.
James, if you want to
Send me the link.
just reading
Just
James' comment
Google it.
in the chat. James wants to see the link. James, if you go to Quinton TV, he's got a partial of that video on his YouTube channel.
Where's this Mike Jones character? Is he coming online or what? Or is he blowing away?
I think it's just blowing hot air. Pictures, but I think he's more full of shit than a separate thing.
Yeah, gosh, exactly. If that video gets out, people will be in trouble, and that's why I don't want to be a person to ask for it, because if it got out, I don't want to be blamed for leaking the video. The full video is out there. Obviously, it's not going to be posted anywhere.
You're cutting out a bit there, Mark.
Sorry, guys.
Can't hear you.
I think Greg has taken down his videos. Otherwise, you could have seen the videos that he'd done where he interviews the girls that know 20 seconds in Thailand. But
Yeah, I know who that guy is. I've fucking seen him before. He's a bit of a banana too, as well.
yeah. Now, if you go to Rob's 20 seconds in Thailand page on YouTube, you will see Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, I know what Jessica Rabbit looks like. I've seen her.
She's got tits to kill for, eh?
Yeah, she's she's like a Barbie doll.
Something like that.
It's a Thailand Barbie doll. Plastic
Be a nice-
surgeon's dream.
Yeah, it'd be a nice ride.
What's she trying to say? She's trying to say that she's not a hooker or something.
No, she does work in a bar.
Of course she does. Yeah.
But what happened was, once Rob put her on his channel,
Yeah.
every deviant that went to Bangkok or to Thailand was going to Cameron Beach and trying to chase her up.
Yeah, well, she was a willing participant in that video from memory.
Yeah. But it got to the point where she had to actually change jobs.
Oh, she a barmaid.
Yeah, well,
Bar-
she was on the game.
The barmaid, huh?
Money talks at the end of the day. Maybe the deviants didn't have enough money for it. I don't know. Let's get real. She's no saint.
I just answer a question here in the chat where someone said Twitchy said he wasn't hit from behind with a bottle. Now, to be honest, I don't know, because that video that you guys have seen is edited. You only see it at the point where Greg's walking away from the bar, and then the rest of it is you're seeing him from behind. So you don't see them actually approach him, and you don't see him from the front afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I still don't get it. Like, I don't get where we're going with this, because, I mean, he's even admitted that he was attacked. So, you know, I just don't see what
we're talking about here, Mike, is he's an absolute fucking asshole fuckwit, and he got what he fucking deserves. I don't care if someone hit from behind or smashed a bottle over his head. Good fucking job. He deserves it. He's a cunt who fucking mouse off at everyone behind a fucking camera.
Yeah.
And he went down there looking for trouble, and he fucking got trouble.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what he fucking got. So I don't care if 5 people kicked him in the fucking head, jumped on his head, or smacked 2 bottles over the back of his head. He fucking deserves it. He deserves every fucking bit of it.
See, that's what these guys are talking about. Well, we got to get these fucking e-beggars, right? See, the thing is, when you need to if you really want to go after somebody like that, you know what I mean, let the police handle that shit, because you go into a wrong situation, man. You don't know who you're fucking with. I mean, I wouldn't fucking do no bullshit. I wouldn't be trying to guard nobody like that. I'll leave people to fucking alone, because it's not my fucking place, my business. You need to let the proper authorities handle it, not your fucking self, because you're not a fucking cop. And you won't go running your mouth to the wrong one. Bad shit can happen to you. And it happened to him. You know, maybe he learned a fucking lesson, a baby lesson. Maybe he'll chill the fuck out. And I'm not gonna have this happen again. But then again, guys like that, you know what I mean, don't really learn lessons. Shit like that.
Maybe he won't go down looking for fucking people pulling that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'll just change the subjects a little bit. I just remembered something that fucking was said on their show. Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry. I'm not going to open up a can of worms. No. They were saying about. Remember, I was discussing about that lawyer that fucking was part of B-Bots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like they got some. Looks like they didn't come out and say it, but I believe it is the lawyer they're talking about. I believe they got some information on him, photos, etc. And so that.
Yeah, but he went over there to see Mark.
Yeah, well, I said that. I was one of the ones that pointed it out.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I was one that pointed it out in the video. You actually got a shot of him on. He did cover himself. There was this particular video with these two girls in a swimming pool, and he was impatient. You could hear him. He was saying, "Come on!" And then,
told me about that.
Yeah, well, it's funny how they suddenly got the exclusive on that. Well, they're trying to get everyone, all the other channels, to team up.
Allo's actually said if any of the channels like yours, Jay, or Barry's wants to contact him, he will give you all that information so that you can start talking about it on your show and get it out there about this guy.
Yeah, there's a catch. There always is.
Yeah, but I already know about that.
Yeah, we were discussing that ages
I'll let
ago.
the police take care of that shit.
Yeah, it's not our business.
They can fucking deal with that.
Because you get involved and the cops can say you're involved with that bullshit and you get in trouble too.
All I'm doing is passing what Allo said, mate.
Yep. Well, I just finished passing it.
I just don't
say that, Mark.
Yeah. You get some water for me.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, water would be good. And there's some water too as well.
Can you get some water? One of these? Yeah.
He's a good kid, man.
So what's the audience saying now? Where's this Mike Jones? He got me all interested.
He don't come on here, man.
Fucking, I can't believe these guys. They sit there and talk shit in the room, and they won't come on fucking line. They don't have to show their face or anything. Just back up what you say. Jesus.
You scare them off, Mike. You
I
fucking
don't scare. They're not scared of me. I'm just a fucking old fart.
No
one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about me. I just say what I say, and you know, I like to think I'm speaking honestly and truthfully, but sometimes I get it wrong too. You know, I'm first to admit it, but there's only 99.9% of the time I'm pretty spot on. I might not be as educated as someone with their fancy words to say basically what I say.
Mike Jones, send Jay an email and he'll send you the link.
He knows, Mark. He's just been a dick. He knows how to get on here if he wants. They fucking humour me.
There's no link going in chat no more. Chat, no link, no chat. Chat, no link, no chat. How many times am I going to say that? Not opening myself up to people putting fucking porn on my fucking channel to try and get me a strike. That's simple.
Come on the panel, and we love you long time.
Identify yourselves. They're too scared because their emails. They're worried about their emails. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, I don't do anything with the email, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck. You don't have to show your face, Mike Jones. If you want to, well, fine. But you don't have to. We just can hear your voice. Find out where you're from. What country. Place of origin.
I'm from Nigeria.
I'm from India.
Oh, you work in the call centre, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not going to stream porn, you promise, you have no problem with emailing me and I'll send you the link.
He don't want to come on, man. If he wanted to come on, man, he'd get on and quit bullshit.
No, you put the link in the description, he'll say, I can't get on. It doesn't matter what you do. It's quite simple. You can email me, I'll send you the link. That's just it. There's nothing. If you can't do that, then what have you got to be afraid of?
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care about your fucking email. I really don't. I'm not posting the link out in the fucking chat.
By the way, any of you guys, you ever do get to Thailand, jump down to Kamala Beach and visit Sonny and his restaurant, mate, because the food looks fucking awesome.
Go for the rabbit.
Just put it on the ground there. That's it. Leave it
Go
there.
see the-
Okay.
I'd visit
see-
Jessica.
Yeah, go visit Jessica.
No, yeah,
Jessica Rabbit. Oh God.
But I was talking to Sonny tonight, actually.
Thank you. I'm off.
Well, doesn't he own that? He owns that restaurant, doesn't he?
Yeah, yes, him and his missus own it. His missus is a pretty cool chick. Good looker too.
Most of them are.
But Sonny's not that bad a guy. He does what he wants. Yeah, he makes a bit of money out of his YouTube channel and Patreon accounts, but that's his business. That's nobody else.
You're right. So that's the thing. I mean, what we do is our business. I mean, hell, we don't fucking hurt nobody. We don't fucking bother nobody. We're just trying to fucking do what we got to do for fucking living. Now, if you're fucking like really scamming people, saying this, you're gonna do this, and you're not doing what you say you're gonna fucking do, then I can kind of understand. But just because somebody has a Patreon account or a PayPal or their subscribers donate to them doesn't make them scammers, read beggars. These motherfuckers, man, got shit twisted. Yeah, they're fucking dumb. Their fucking heads aren't screwed on right. They got a few screws.
I agree. Greg has some issues, but at the same time, and I heard what you guys said earlier and what Jay said, he didn't deserve to be cornered by a few guys like he was. I mean, he actually wanted to buy Sonny a drink and have a talk to him, which is what should have happened, really. The problem is that they were riled up because of all the shit he'd done in the past.
Yep.
I heard that he couldn't make it in the Philippines, so that's why he went to Thailand. That's what I heard.
Well, Greg said what I've heard a few other Thailand people say, and that's that they'd been to the Philippines, but they didn't like it. The infrastructure's not as good. The food's not as good. And I hear you guys complain about electricity. Well, I've seen a guy on the property club do a comparison, and it's cheaper to live in Thailand for power, water, and things like that. And for your money, you get if you rent a place, you'll get more bang for your buck in Thailand.
Yeah, but I already told you why that is. The only reason accommodation is so cheap in Thailand is because they mass built. Because the Philippines and Thailand are two different countries as far as development. The Philippines will eventually be the same once it's still developing. Thailand has built all these condos, all this accommodation, but no one can afford to live in them or buy them, so they rent them out to foreigners. You can get a hotel first class. You can stay at a first class hotel in Thailand for less than $30 a night, Aussie.
Oh,
And that's fucking true. I'm telling you. You go to fucking the Philippines and try and find a first class hotel for $30 a night. There's not enough of them.
Yeah, there's not. Like in Manila, downtown Manila, places like that, there's just shit.
Yeah, but they're expensive. You can pay up to $100 a night. I mean, I'm talking about the fancy hotels. I'm not talking about like the how would I put it? Well, I can't really, can I? There's no real comparisons. Like apartments all those apartments there's a lot of vacant apartments in Thailand. Well, there was a few years ago. Admittedly, I'm been out of touch with it, but back when I was going there and living there, fucking things. There was a big boom on. They were building the fucking railway, the monorail through the city, and fucking they were doing all sorts of things. But they weren't giving the foreigners much cop. But they've changed their rules a little bit to allow foreign investment. Yeah. A lot of these Asian countries have this fucking belief that they don't want to give anyone any property rights, which I think is wrong, especially when they come to our country and fucking can buy up everything and anything if you got the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely Thailand's better for the food, better for the cost of living as far as
Utilities.
utility wise, yeah, sure, 100% sure. But I don't know so much about. Mind you, like I said, I haven't been there when the internet was a big deal like it is nowadays. But the Philippines is getting there. I mean, especially Cebu. I mean, they got that fibre optic cable in there now, and that's going to make a hell of a difference to a lot of net. And the reason they got the fibre optics is because of all the infrastructure that's been built in Cebu, that big flash new hospital and that bloody all the call centres are there. Most of the companies in the world have a call centre based in Cebu.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Mike. I'm not having a dig at the Philippines. I'm just stating why a lot of those guys left the Philippines to go.
Oh yeah. No. I was just saying, I was just adding to it, really. I mean,
and Mark is right. The Thailand health system is much, much better.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've still got a health card for one of the major hospitals there. I don't know. I'm still on file there, I suppose. But yeah. Well, look at it. Look at the. A lot of it's all cosmetic surgery. A lot of people go there for medical things. Like bigger boobs.
Hi, Al. Al's in the chat, guys. Al in the house.
What's up, Al? I'm going to see, buddy.
Michael Jones, where are you?
I had to go to fucking Thailand a few years back and get a penis reduction. They've done a great job. Now that that's sorted out at the right price. Get it knocked down a couple of notches.
Look, both countries have their, pros and cons, I guess, at the end of the day. And I guess it depends on the individual and what you're looking for.
Yeah. Good.
They have a different class of bums, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, both places have got scammers.
Most of them are foreigners.
I'd say the Philippines probably more poverty than Thailand.
Yeah, that would be a fair assumption.
Yeah. There's too much here. I should say truth about it.
Yeah, but Thailand has its poor fucking places too as well. You go out of the fucking cities.
Yeah, but if you go to their villages and that, they're not. I mean, I've seen some of the poverty places in Philippines, and Thailand's nothing like that. Thailand is a lot better off that way. But the one that scares me about Thailand, mate, is they'll eat fucking anything.
Anything except the barstool. They'll eat anything with 4 legs except the barstool.
Oh, come on now. Fried grasshopper's nice.
When you walk to the street, you get scorpions on the stick. Don't worry.
Yeah, lovely. Have you not tasted it?
No.
When you're having your beer, they're like crickles, crispies or whatever. Those things are beer sticks.
Here you go, Ian.
They're grasshoppers. You eat them. They're really crunchy.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat any of that sort of stuff. And frogs and fucking cockroaches and fucking rats. Not for me.
But, definitely, the infrastructure in Thailand is better with the rail system and the bus system. Internet's a lot faster over there.
We got pretty good internet here. We've got optic fibre where we are. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, see, I don't know so much about that. I mean, I think I'm not sure. Like I said, I can't speak for Thailand now, but there was no when I was there was no fibre optics back then.
Yeah, see, I still talk to a lot of the Thailand vloggers, and I was on a live stream the other night talking to some guys. That's where I managed to have a chat to Sonny.
Were you on the panel?
I know, but I've been invited to go on there.
Anyway, if we get back to Twitchy, I mean, at the end of the day, he's a clown. I mean, look what happened. He goes on the RRR show and acts like a fucking total goofus.
Well,
So-
even his brother has gone on YouTube to tell him
twin
to.
brother.
Yeah, he's got a twin brother, apparently.
Even knows he's a fuckhead.
His twin brother says he's a dickhead. I mean, what can I say? No loyalty in that side of things, is there?
I know.
Fancy your own brother calling you a dickhead.
I know the story behind Twitch's money as well. How he gets his money.
His kids
Oh, that
cost-
ought to be interesting. What, is he on retirement?
No,
Wasn't he
This
a
is what I-
military guy or something?
Yeah, he was in the military, but I don't think he gets a pension. He did own a trucking company, which he sold. But this is what I know of it, is that his grandmother left a heap of money, but she left it not. His mother left money to the grandkids, not to him and his brother, and it was put in a trustee for the kids for studying and shit like that. Now he got a lawyer and found a loophole. As you all know, Twitchy's studying over there, so he found this loophole so that while he studies, he can actually access that trust fund.
Wow.
What a fucking dog.
Talking about so much.
What a fucking dog, mate.
Oh, so he's on a study visa in Thailand. Is that the guy?
No, he's as far as I know, he was married, so I think he's still on that visa because he hasn't got divorced yet. So I'm not sure what he's doing about visas now, but he was married to a Thai lady. If you listen to any of his vlogs or his live streams, yes, he is studying.
Studying what?
To be a knob. To be a doofus.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's studying so that he can teach English over there.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh,
But I'm not
I
100%.
fucking love it.
I'm not 100% on that. But all I know is that while he keeps studying, he can access the trust.
Oh, well, then he's just going to keep studying then, isn't he? So it's all gone.
Yeah.
But I thought it was left to his kids, so how can he get it?
That's what I'm saying. It was left to his kids in a trust fund to help them with their education. He found a loophole, had got a lawyer and found a loophole so that he can access it as well.
That's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up.
It's hard to say.
Again, I mean, I can't say that that's 100% true, but that's what I know of it.
It sounds pretty far-fetched, but, you know. Yeah.
Well, I've heard.
I don't know, you know, I'm just saying that it's
I've heard he's got that trust fund. And he's
probably
his
made
own brother
money.
says it. His own brother says it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Well, if
the family's pissed off at him because he went and done that.
I'm
Not
sure
really
they
like
are.
the family.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then that's the case.
Just so he can be a sexpat in Thailand.
Yeah, that's
Which
all
he
it is.
fucking is.
No, he's not a sexpat.
That you don't see.
He doesn't.
You know?
As far as I know, from what I've seen, he goes into the dating sites and he'll date girls, but he doesn't go to the bars and bath them, which is what he always used to attack other people for.
Sexpat doesn't mean you go to the bar and you find girls. I'm a sexpat. I'm a proud sexpat. I don't go to the bar and bar find candy at Planet X every fucking day, do I? But I have girls around me every day, and they don't come from fucking bars. I'm a proud sexpat. I'm proud of it, and I put it out there. Now, you don't have to go to bars to be that. You can't tell me that guy ain't fucking when he's over there. He's fucking. And he's fucking every day. I'm telling that right now.
No,
if he fucking says he's not, he's fucking lying to you. Fucking lying,
I don't
mate.
think.
He's there for the scenery, right, Mark?
Yeah,
right.
look at that fucking tight little Asian pussy. Looks like everyone else.
I'm here for the culture.
I tried to
Maybe he's there
look
for
at
the
things
gay.
like-
Maybe he's in the
I
gay
look at-
scene.
I don't make assumptions. And I can only go by what I see. And there's been times when he's done a lot of live streams, and he's always, for the most part, a lot of it on his own. When he does have a girlfriend, he'll tell you, but he doesn't like to put her on even when he's got a girlfriend.
Maybe he's into boys.
When the camera goes off, you don't know what he gets up to.
Yeah. I'm a sick man.
Mark just said it best in the chat rooms. Is there with Twitchy? I don't think we will ever know the whole truth, and that's probably the best way to put it.
But in all honesty, who cares? Who cares?
No, but
He's
what I'm saying.
irrelevant. He's irrelevant. I mean, we can gossip about other people too, but
when you talk about the drama in the Philippines, it's just as bad. The drama in Thailand is just as bad as it is in the Philippines.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think
Philippines is more rabid.
Yeah, I think there's more bullshit here than there is over there. They seem to back up what they say over there, which is whether it's Twitchy or someone else, they seem to back it up. Maybe that's what here it's so easy to accuse and say things, but there's no retaliation as such. As long as everyone's behind their keyboards and faceless.
Give his credit. Greg always put his face out there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not just making a comment about him. He's already admitted. Yeah, he got beaten up, and he is a knob. We all know that. I mean, what more is there to say? I'd like to see John Doe fucking back up what he says.
Shit, John Doe couldn't fucking back up a fucking John Deere tractor, dude. What are you talking about?
I'd give him a fucking right arm to fucking be there.
Reverse the trailer.
They always write checks with their mouth that they can't cash, dude. That's just how that goes.
Well, that's it. I mean, the latest bit of shit from John Doe's mouth was he's implying that fucking Johnny Warrior's gay. I mean, that's the type of cunt he is. He's got no respect for anyone. He's got no respect for the military, as you Americans tend to like. He also has no respect for Filipinos or Filipino people. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. And you could talk. Everyone can all say everything, but when it comes down to facts, that is the facts. John Doe is a cunt.
Yeah, I don't know enough about John Doe to make any assumptions about him.
Well, go back to you go to Kevin's videos. There's a lot of videos with John Doe on the panel. They're about 6 months ago to a year ago, and you listen to how he acts, and then you can make your own assumption, of course.
John Doe's an asshole, man, from the word get-go.
He's just a troll that has progressed without riff-raff for one reason or another. Put him on the show, whether I think it's a big mistake, but that's their business. But prior to that, he was no different to Michael Jones and all those others out there.
All I know is that Johnny Warrior, who I've heard a bit of now, seems like a real straight down the line guy, and I've got a lot of time for him.
And yet because you haven't been around, Mark, you don't know the background. Johnny Warrior was mates with all of them. We at one stage, all of these guys, Jay and that and Barry, and all of them, we were all one team as such. And over the months and years, everyone's drifted off, and and this is what's happened. Now they've chosen to take John Doe's side over Johnny Warrior's, and it's kind of fucking hypocritical, especially when Johnny Warrior is the decent guy out of the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, from what I've seen, definitely a decent lad. I like what he has to say. Yeah, I don't understand the trouble between these guys. I always thought that Johnny Warrior was part of their team, to be honest.
Yeah, well, exactly. And they basically, John Doe shoots off his mouth, says a lot of shit, and in this case, Johnny Warrior stands up for himself. You see, they used to. I'll tell you something. They used to use Johnny Warrior a lot because Johnny's a passionate. Johnny used to be a passionate guy. Come on, let me get it out there. Johnny used to be a passionate guy, and fucking and we're talking this military thing. I'll give you an example. They'll fucking run to Johnny Warrior and say, "Oh, did you hear what they said on the other show about the military?" And they'd wind Johnny up. And you can ask Johnny this too. He even said it the other day. He admitted that he got the wrong end of a lot of the stories that they used to say to him. They used to use them, because of what he believes in.
The only thing I can see is that they don't like it because Johnny Warrior will say what he thinks, and if he doesn't toe the party line, they don't like that.
Of course they don't. They don't like it about anyone that doesn't toe their line.
That's right.
Their whole panels. That's funny. Here's an example of how fucking loyal their panel was. It made me laugh. They all sat there and they were bad mouthing Barry, which is nothing. Hang on.
Which is nothing new. We know that.
We've lost him.
That's what I don't understand is, I understand exactly what Barry's over there. I know what he's doing. Barry himself has admitted to making mistakes in the past, so that's, the past is the past. So I don't understand the constant attacking of him now. I don't get that.
Yeah, well, anyway, like I was saying, they get back to they had this big thing saying everyone in the audience vote for Barry. What we're going to do is, who wants to see Barry fucking kicked out of the country? This summed up their whole thing.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I was expecting them to all fucking say yeah, kick him out, but it was fucking amazing how many actually said no. And they didn't like that. They were the ones that put it to the vote, and yet half their fucking team didn't want to see Barry leave the country. So
that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck. That shows their loyalty or their fucking. It shows that people are men and can think for themselves too. But there's no fucking loyalty with that crowd, I tell you. Then they got all butthurt because the majority of people didn't want to see Barry get kicked out, and that's true. They can't argue against that because it's true. Came from their own mouths.
Oh. Well, there we go. Sunday sessions here at the fucking Shill. You heard it first from Mike. Apparently, everyone wants Barry to stay.
Exactly.
But these other motherfuckers want to see you home. Hell. Well, I got another fucking month to go.
So we play devil's advocate and put another vote in. Everyone in the room.
Shit, right?
I'm just having a laugh.
Okay. It's like Popeye was talking shit about me last night again. Like he's always running his fucking mouth, this, that, and the other. The motherfucker don't shut up. He never shuts up. I want to ask you a question because I know you're fucking listening. Have you ever had your ass beat because you talk too fucking much? Have you ever had your ass beat because you won't shut up? Maybe you need it.
There's probably a reason. I think when you're digging a hole, when you dig so far down, and then you realise, maybe our friend here, he might be able to answer this one. When you dig in a hole, looking for water, and you get halfway down, you think, "Fuck, there's no water. Do I keep going, or do I stop?" Maybe that's how Popeye is at the moment. Maybe he feels he's got to keep digging that well. Does that make sense?
Sometimes, yeah.
There's got to be water there sooner or later.
I just think
no, not necessarily. There is a point of no return.
Well, that's how I feel that they operate their. I think a lot of them are realizing that maybe John Doe isn't the best person to back, but because they've already put themselves out there and made statements, I reckon that's probably. They've probably got to a stage where they're thinking, "Fuck, we lost a good friend out of this," and they keep fucking digging. They've got no choice, but they've got to dig themselves deeper, or hopefully looking for a way out.
Well,
That's my
Dave's keeping
opinion.
his mouth shut, so I'm not worried about Dave. I ain't bothered with Dave anymore. It's just Popeye and the rest of them like to run the fucking mouth. Like Roberto knows something about Barry. He's doing this, doing that. He's over in the fucking Philippines. And they were talking about fucking pedophiles in the Philippines. He brings my name into it. Better watch what the fuck you're saying, motherfucker. Roberto done always run that motherfucking mouth, dude.
So what's
Best
happening in
option,
the room? What's happening in the room? Have we got any opinions in the room? Let's see what the room has to say. Come on, trolls. Say something horrible to me.
God, you just want to fucking don't you? You just want to put somebody in time. That's what you want to do. You got an itchy trigger finger, guys. Be careful. Well, actually, there's only one troll in here, and that's the NYC fucker.
I wonder why he's doing in here. I mean,
I ain't worried about Larry. Why don't you come and see? Okay. You know what? I don't like you. I'm going to put you in timeout just for the shits and giggles of it because I don't like you.
Who? The MC guy
No,
to have his
NYC
opinion, sure.
guy.
yeah, he can have an opinion, but he's a bit of a two-facer. He's more or less there.
I don't like him. He can go the fuck away.
He's got
I
nothing.
don't like you.
Barry doesn't
You can't
like
ban
someone.
somebody.
What?
You can't time someone out because you don't like them. That's wrong, guys. He's
Well, he
allowed to
didn't-
have his opinion.
What's his opinion? Is it rude and insulting? It's probably saying something bad about Barry. So, I mean, what the hell, No one's timing him out. I'm just saying that he's on the opposition side,
He just got timed out.
I
timed
didn't time him out.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Well, why did you time him
Why,
out?
Barry?
I don't like him.
Oh, Barry.
That's
Really?
not a good excuse.
Yeah, there's a good enough reason. Just like if Popeye was a Texan here, I'd time him out just for shits and giggles of it.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Jesus, Barry.
That's wrong,
I'm
man.
not gonna do it all the time. Just sometimes they like to fuck with me, so I fuck with them back. It's okay. What's good? What
Unless he was insulting to you, Barry. I mean, I can't see why. I don't know. I can't see the room, so I don't know what was said or done.
But he has insulted me in the past. So it's okay. So
No,
it's okay.
no,
Put
you-
the time out for 5 minutes. No,
We don't-
we're not gonna hound me about this. It's done. He ain't gonna put him back in
No,
there.
we're not going at you, Barry. I'm just saying we don't want to go to their level because that's how they think.
I'm not
We're a
gonna
bit better
I
than
just
that.
count him out. I think it's funny. I'm trolling trolls. See, when you troll them,
It was like that guy. It was like that guy Lefty, and I apologise to Lefty, by the way.
Just like that day you time me out, motherfucker. And Batman #1, you time me out. Really? No,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking troll. No.
Yeah, I have to admit, but
Yeah.
but hang on, I mean
That was funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was, wasn't it?
funny. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
I didn't realise Barry had fucking. Who would fucking have Barry as number one? Well, it just didn't
Me.
ring. Yeah, okay, well now.
That is #1, talking about Alabama football team. Ignoramus, here's another one. Pork Tar Ghetto Larry has. Charisma, not LOL.
Charisma.
There's another one. Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, Larry's got charisma, all right.
Junior is asking if someone took his wrench.
Hey,
Junior is asking if someone took his wrench away.
I didn't.
No.
did we give Junior a wrench? Did we? I can't remember.
I
Only
can
Jay
remember.
can answer that.
I don't know.
Who's Junior?
Guy in the chat.
Why should he get a wrench? Does anyone know him?
He did have one.
Did he?
Yeah, well, if we gave you one, I don't know what's been taken off.
You sure? Who are you,
Yeah.
Junior? Give me some more information.
That's fuck. We know who he is. He's He changed his fucking name. It was something shit,
Oh.
JR. It was Buck. I forget which one it was.
Well, if he changed his name, probably the wrench wouldn't be transferable.
Yeah,
Why would you change it?
the rent it would still be on the same account. It would still be there because it's the same account. Yeah, because on mine he's there, so it's fuck. I forget what it was. Anyway, he's all right, man. He's cool.
How many wrenches have been given out? Fucking heaps. we'll end up like fucking them across on the other channel. There'll be more wrench holders than there are fucking customers.
Can't have too many wrench holders.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking tighten the belt. Yeah, tighten the belt up a bit, I think.
Oh, he's a wrench on your account, Barry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he trustworthy?
Yeah, he is.
Well, it's up to Jay.
We've handed out enough wrenches today.
Yeah, we fucking gave that other.
They're not fucking Christmas gifts.
One day everyone will be blocking. There won't be anyone to fucking block. Oh, fuck. The power of blue.
What I might do, guys, I might end the show now. It's gone on far too long. I've had enough of your shit lately, guys.
Yeah.
From the Shill and the Sunday sessions, which has been good. I'd like to thank everyone that come aboard and participated in this mongrel cunt of a fucking expat community. And your input was fantastic. Please give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Share the video. It's appreciated. Any action's good action, guys. I am out.
Later all. Have a good day.
Take care. All.
Bye.